Hey everyone, I'm Luke and today we're diving down the tube of Toons to see more coverage of the Manchester Animation Festival. And specifically today we're going to be talking about the making of the monster in my kitchen. Now this is actually one of the many events that is available to an international audience. The Manchester Animation Festival is an animation festival that takes place in Manchester every year during the month of November. And obviously this year with everything that's happened it has had to move from being an actual in-person event to an online virtual festival. Now this of course widens the scope up to more people being able to attend, and it actually allows guests from all over the world to attend without ever having to step foot in Manchester or even the UK. Now some of the events such as the feature films and a few other things are geolocation locked just to the UK. But this is not one of those events, so if you're watching this video and you're liking the sound of it, well as doing me a favour and hitting that like button, you can actually go on over to the festival's page and watch this video for yourself. It does come included with a festival pass, or you can pay for just this single event. And over the last week we have been covering different events from the festival, so if you want to know more about the festival, go check those videos out. So as I said, the event we're covering today is the making of the monster in my kitchen. It's just a short 15-minute panel where they tell us all about the making of the monster in my kitchen. So that might lead you to wonder, what is The Monster in My Kitchen? It's a 2D animated short film that was released early this year by Greenpeace UK. It was made in collaboration with Mother, who created the story and concept, and Cartoon Saloon, who are behind developing all the visual elements as well as actually animating it. Now the short is actually available on YouTube, so I'm going to link it right here so you can go watch it for yourself. And it features a boy who hears a noise in the middle of the night and goes down to his kitchen and finds that there is a monster there. But this is not just any monster, this is a jaguar. And the reason that the monster is in the little boy's kitchen, well that is of course because there are monsters in the jaguar's forest. And those monsters are indeed human, although humans with the gas mask do look truly monstrous to behold. And then the short then goes on to give us this message that the growing of animal feed is leading to deforestation across the world, specifically the Amazon rainforest in South America, and tells us that even if you think you are buying locally sourced meat, those animals have still been fed animal feed that has led to this deforestation in South America. And so you are still part of the problem. And of course I do think the overall message is Greenpeace are trying to encourage people to become vegan or at the very least vegetarian, which might be controversial, but Greenpeace normally are. Overall I do enjoy the short. It's a really nice short, it's incredibly beautifully animated, and I definitely enjoyed watching this event to see just exactly how they made it. It did slightly remind me of the Orangutan short film from a few years back, the one that was talking about palm oil leading to deforestation and losing the habitats of orangutan. That was another short film from Greenpeace UK and Mother, and was famously picked up by Iceland to be their Christmas advert of the year, and was banned from being shown on UK television. Again, another beautiful short, even if the message behind it was slightly biased. Now I actually haven't looked into whether there's any similar things going on with the monster in my kitchen, but that's not what this talk is actually about. It's about how Mother and Cartoon Saloon were able to come together to create this beautiful piece of animation. They talked about how in Orangutan they featured the baby orangutan connecting with the little girl in that short, and how the twist there was there's a human in my forest, and how they knew it couldn't be the same here. Yes, there might be a jaguar in your kitchen, but they didn't just want to do there's a human in my forest again. And that's why they came up with this monster angle. It would of course be easy for the little boy to confuse the jaguar for being a monster, especially in the dark, and they had all the dynamic lighting. Then of course it would be easy for the jaguar to look at the people and see them as monsters with their monstrous behaviour and their monstrous outfit. And so I do think it was a nice change that allowed it to be a little bit more refreshing. It doesn't feel too repetitive and it allows it to stand out on its own, but yet it does still recall back to that similar concept in the original Orangutan short. And then over at Cartoon Saloon, the film was directed by Tom Moore and Fabian Erlinghauser, and they began to talk about how they used different things as influences. They based the little boy on Tom Moore's nephew. They talked about how in their previous animated films they have drawn on a lot of Irish culture and Irish folklore, and they've imbued that into a lot of their artwork. Well, they talked about here how they wanted to imbue the film with South American patterns and design and the bright, vibrant colours of the region, which I do think they were able to integrate incredibly well into the film. We then talked to the film's art director, and she talked about how at the beginning of the film, when you see the boy in the kitchen and in his house, they were following along similar lines of what they'd done in their previous films, Song of the Sea and Secret of Kells, in that it was a regular modern day house, as it would be going out to British and Irish audiences. And then when we transitioned to see the jaguar and his forest being deforested, that's when they were able to pull in all the new shapes and elements and designs that they'd found and researched in South American art and culture. They also talked about some of the challenges of working on this short over the past year during quarantine. I know Tom specifically said that they were working on this film after coming off their latest feature, Wolfwalkers. And I do think that was interesting because I noted a few things when watching the short that reminded me a little bit of Wolfwalkers. The way there were some split screen elements, as well as some of the visuals such as the glowing jaguar surrounding the kid and the mother at the end did remind me of a few particular shots from Wolfwalkers. So I did find that interesting how they were able to take these new techniques that they'd played within Wolfwalkers and apply them here, as it was able to help tell this story in a very effective and efficient way. And that's pretty much everything I've got to say. Like, it was only a short 15-minute panel, so of course there isn't a huge amount for me to talk about. And after some of the longer videos that I did last week, I think I did 4 videos in 1 week, which I'm pretty sure is a first for me. I just needed like a quicker, shorter video to help put together that was still covering the festival. So sorry this one's a bit shorter, guys, but don't worry, there's going to be a few more videos to come from the Manchester Animation Festival. And the next one will be on the final feature film that I will be reviewing from the festival, and that is of course Joseph. That will come out in the next few days. Again, that's going to be coming out in the next few days, so keep your eyes peeled for that. If you want to be notified, why don't you hit that subscribe button and then ring that notification bell, and you will be notified the next time we dive down the tube of tunes and I review Joseph. If you've not done so yet, do us a favour and hit that like button. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Cheers. Thanks for watching Tube of Tunes. If you want more from the channel, hit subscribe. If you want to keep up to date with what's going on, follow us on our socials. Hope you liked it. Cheers.